Welcome to Project Bastyx, where you get the hottest gist and entertainment story. Every single video we go deep, we go behind the headlines, behind the press releases, behind the carefully worded statements, and we find out what's actually going on. If you're new here, you found the right channel, and if you've been here, you already know what time it is. Before we get started, please like the video, support us. It genuinely helps more people find this content, and trust me, today's story is the one that needs to be heard. Without further ado, let's get into it. As we all know, Clive Davis is dead. I need you to sit with that for a second, because this is not just about a music executive passing away at 94. This is not just an obituary moment. This is a seismic shift in the music industry that most people don't fully understand yet. This man held the key to the entire entertainment world for over 50 years. He built empires, he buried secrets, he made careers, and he had the power to end them too. And the people he protected, some of them are very uncomfortable right now. But before we get into that, we need to go back, because to understand why Clive Davis's death matters so much, you first need to understand the story of how he was pushed out of Arista Records. That tells you everything about who this man really was. So let's get started from the beginning, because they want you to believe this was a normal corporate transition. They want you to think Clive Davis just retired, walking away quietly, naturally, at the end of his chapter. But no, that's not what happened. In 1999, as Arista was celebrating its 25th anniversary, BMG Entertainment decided they wanted Davis gone. Their excuse? A retirement policy. Most executives were raised out by 60, and Davis was in his mid-60s. Now let me ask you something. This man had just come off as one of the biggest albums of the decades, Santana's Supernatural, which Davis championed. Over 12 weeks at #1, won the Grammy for Album of the Year, and went platinum 15 times over. 15 times! They look this man in the face, in the eye, and say, "You're too old. We're done with you." Really? That man who you're pushing out? But here's the part they don't put in the press release. Clive Davis found out that his own protege, L.A. Reid, was being quietly groomed to replace him. Corporate wanted someone younger, someone more manageable, someone easier to control. This wasn't about age, it was about power. They didn't push him out because he was failing, they pushed him out because he was too successful, too connected, too untouchable. And powerful corporations don't like men they cannot control. And the news got out. The artist went crazy. But Franklin, the Queen of Soul, reportedly told the Los Angeles Times, "If Clive leaves, I leave." Aretha Franklin, the most decorated woman in music history, threatening to walk out the door with him. So what did BMG do? When they saw their biggest artist ready to revolt, they panicked. They offered Davis an unprecedented exit package of $150 million to start a brand new label called J Records. And Davis negotiated a 50% quality equity stake in the company. The same corporation that just fired him handed him $150 million and half of the company on the way out, because they were terrified of what he would do without them. L.A. Reid, the man who was handpicked to replace Clive Davis, the man they thought was the future, under Reid, Arista lost $100 million in over 2 years. Whitney Houston's album flopped, established acts were neglected, and Reid was fired in 2004. Now this is where things get very interesting. Before, when Clive Davis walked out of Arista, he did not leave empty-handed. In the corporate agreement, Davis was allowed to take 10 artists with him from Arista, 5 established names and 5 acts who had not yet released music. He chose every single one of them carefully, strategically, like a general picking up his soldiers, before leaving a battlefield. And the one everybody was watching, the one that became the center of a silent war, was Alicia Keys. Alicia had already been introduced to Clive Davis at Arista during her audition at his office. She performed songs that would later appear to appear on her debut album. Davis recognized her potential immediately, captivated by her voice, her piano playing, her presence, and here was where the controversy starts. When Davis left Arista, L.A. Reid, the man who had just replaced him, wanted to keep Alicia. There was a tug of war happening behind closed doors, and the public never fully heard about it. Two of the most powerful men in music both pulling for the same girl. Despite competing appeals from L.A. Reid, Alicia Keys chose to follow Davis to J Records. She chose the man who had just been fired about the man who was now running the label. Let that land for a second. A young artist with a whole career ahead of her with everything to lose turned her back on an established record and bet on a man the entire industry had just pushed away at the door because she saw who Clive Davis really was. She wasn't betting on a label, she was betting on a man. In her tribute this week after his death, Alicia Keys wrote, "If he didn't see in me the glimmer of what was to become, you and I would have never known each other." She knew exactly what she had in him from day one. What happened when Songs in a Minor dropped? The album sold over 10 million copies worldwide and won 5 Grammy Awards on a brand new label from a man the industry said was finished. Now, Clive Davis didn't just survive being pushed out of Arista. He used Alicia Keys to send a loud, clear message to everyone who doubted him. The message was simple: you can take my label, but you cannot take my ears, and you cannot take my artist. And now the man is gone. The industry will never be the same, and the man and the people he protected, the secrets he kept, sitting very uncomfortable right now.